Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. We are back. We are almost done with the primaries, the down ballot primaries. We just have New Hampshire and then Rhode Island, and then we are done for the year. And we are done with primaries altogether. We're just going to ride the rail down to election day. That is the goal. Ride the rail down to election day. And ultimately, seek victory um in the end. So we have the gubernatorial primary, and I believe that's the only primary I'm looking at other than the U.S. House of Representatives. But then again, it's hard to say which county voted for who because New Hampshire is yet another state that uses the town method and the municipality method, and I don't necessarily agree with that, but we will do what we'll make do what we have to do, and maybe Wikipedia will post a map, but I can't go ahead and guarantee you that to be for sure. But I have also yet another political map simulator out, and I'm going to go ahead and try to predict the results. What's looking like, what it possibly could look like. But now going, if I will, probably taking a look here. Joyce Craig managed to win the Democratic primary for governor by, I would say, five-ish points. And here's how she did it. Obviously, I would say she solidified her lead in Concord. This is the area where, let's see, is there Concord? No, Concord's up here. Never mind. But yes, there's bigger cities like Nassau, along with Manchester. And those are the said cities that are said located down over here. So, yeah, so you have uh the city of Nassau, Manchester, and they went, and then there's all the way to Concord, which is a part of Merrimack County. I want to believe that's called, and that was carried by, I would imagine to be, uh, of course, Warmington. She carried the city by quite a lot here. I believe she also carried Grafton. Oh yeah, for sure. Sullivan, these counties here. But this is what it's looking like. Uh County wise, yeah, it's looking like this, if you will. This is my guess of what it looks like. Well, honestly, I might go ahead and give her this, but yeah, it looks pretty close. Yeah, you'll see. I think that's, I don't know, Rockingham. I don't know what it's called. This county right here. This might be Rockingham, but this county over here, pretty. You'll see it would look like a Warmington victory, but who knows? I might get the counties wrong or something like that. But this is, we know for sure the west of New Hampshire is very much well solidified under the Craig domination here. You could see Greg being prevailed the winner over here. That would make more sense, in my opinion. Uh, but the only problem with that is there's just too much uh, cities over here. So I would think it would look like this. But yes, obviously, looking at these results, you have Craig. Her best performance is going to be in the city of Millsfield. And wherever Millsfield, New Hampshire is, I can't necessarily point that out. I would even imagine some people from New Hampshire, I'm like, oh, I don't know. It's possible for me to know all the cities of New Hampshire, even though it would be quite easy. But yeah, she only got one vote, and obviously that led to her winning 100%. Not many people in Millsfield, New Hampshire, and there and again, they only one person came out and voted for her. Interestingly enough, so yeah, Then Cindy Warrington performed her best in the city of Surrey, and she won 86% of the popular vote. That's pretty good. Uh, I would think, looking at the map projection, you would think that Cindy Warmington would have been projected the winner, but it's actually Joyce Craig. Uh, Realistically, occupation wise, Craig is the former mayor of Manchester. And that makes sense, and realistically, why she performs her best in Hillsborough County right here. Realistically, but then again, she didn't perform her best in Manchester, even though I think, yeah, look at that, 68% of Democratic voters are coming out to vote for Joyce Craig. But her best performance is obviously the city of Millsfield. So keep that in mind. So Warmington, and of course, Kipper only performed her best in one city, and that city is going to be Newmarket. I would say a city over 1,000 people, obviously. I think it's a pretty populated city. But yeah, you'll see she won like 45% of the popular vote. She carried the city. John Kipper uh, carried the city. He must be from Newmarket or something like that. Uh, let's see. John Kipper is the former Newmarket town councilor. Obviously, yeah, I guessed it. And then you have Cindy Warmington, the New Hampshire executive counselor. So yeah, pretty interesting results. I can't really necessarily point out which one's experienced. You'll see Cindy Warmington's working in uh, a state office, while Joyce Craig is a mayor of a big city, a very big city in New Hampshire. So I would say both they have favorability, although there would be a lot of questions on who is Joyce Craig, because Joyce Craig is going to face out a very renowned opponent in the state, Kelly Ayotte, who is a former U.S. senator, and she's going to have to to really work a lot in order to defeat Kelly Ayotte here. New Hampshire will be getting a female governor, that is for sure. But will it be Ayotte or will it be Craig? So you'll see Kelly Ayotte has won 63% of the popular vote. Realistically, I would expect Ayotte to carry every single county. So getting rid of this, yeah, this is pretty much every single county for Ayotte. You'll see she solidified her lead in Manchester, Concord, Dover, and Nassau. Pretty popular when we go from there. And yeah, it's just these lower cities down to the bottom where Chuck Morse probably performed his best here. So looking at that, Ayotte's city of best performance is going to be in the city of Dixville, where she successfully rallied 100% of the popular vote. Now, then you got Chuck Morse. He performed his best, let's see, in Fremont. And of course, that's going to be a city down over here, or it could be up here or somewhere like that. But right here. He might reside from Fremont, but this city, this is Chester. Shoot. 88%. Yes, that is his best performance. You'll see Chuck Morse. Yes. U.S. Senator Chuck Morse is the former president of the New Hampshire Senate, former acting. So yes, again, he is, of course, uh, I internationally, and I would say international. What am I talking about? Statewide known, realistically. He has been in a higher state office, so I'd say Republicans have a good position going into this election because they have a more experienced candidate, more renowned candidate, Kelly Ayotte. former U.S. senator. She is a moderate, by the way. She is a moderate. We would go ahead and call her a rhino. She has a lot of moderate positions. I believe she's pro-choice, but going there, I would. I don't know. Maybe she's a rhino. I don't know. But then again, I would say she's the favorite to win against Joyce Craig, who is, you know what, voters will need to know will learn a lot about her in the state of New Hampshire. And you could go ahead and go and say, hey, if someone like in this case, I would say Chris Sununu could win by a landslide. In this case, 56%, which is a lot. There's a high chance that that Iote could become the same, although Iote did lose the election to one of our incumbent U.S. senators in New Hampshire, and that is in the 2016 race. Iote was defeated by Maggie Hassan in 16. But then again, you'll see she solidified her lead in like Manchester and over here in general. So yeah, I think yeah, she carried every county too. So she is a recognizable face. I think she's the favorite to win. She barely lost against Hassan. And I think we can win this, honestly, in New Hampshire. So what do you guys think? Before we end, I want to see uh, Sean Fife's results. Fife performed his best in Ackworth, winning no city. He carried the city of Ackworth by no, he didn't even carry the city. He had a 4% in Ackworth, New Hampshire, which was carried by Iote. But yeah, I guess that is the results of the said race. So, what do you guys think in regards to our video? Other than the tied result between Iote and Morse, but let me know down below. And as always, see you on the next political episode.